When John asked me to speak here, I said yes without hesitation, and I was actually ecstatic at the opportunity to do so. But as time went on, I was wondering, what am I going to say up there? And so I asked John, and John says, just go up there and talk about yourself. So anyone who knows me knows I can talk about myself all day long, so everyone get comfortable. We're going to be here. My name's Corey. I'm an alumni of Barry's House. I've graduated college. I've went to a good high school. But, did I mess that up already? But I am more proud to say I'm an alumni of Barry's House than either one of those institutions, because I learned more about myself and I grew more as a person at Barry's House than I could anywhere else. There's nothing that really sticks out in my life that would trigger why I became a drug addict. I grew up, I had a great upbringing. I had 1,000 friends growing up. I can get along with anyone. But right from the jump, there was something different about me as soon as you put a substance in my body. I started drinking, smoking pot, probably around 5th, 6th grade. And later in life, as I got sober, I remember certain instances around drinking and getting high when I was younger. And I vividly remember at some point during my sobriety, being in 7th grade, thinking that my friend was bringing pot over to my house, and he didn't have it, and I remember being so angry and so discouraged that I couldn't smoke pot that day. So right from the very beginning, I was already stressing out about getting high. Like I said, I went to a great high school, all boys Catholic high school, where everyone's supposed to be this picture-perfect kid. But between the ages of 14 and 18, I started trying harder drugs, and I started drinking every weekend. And I wasn't casual drinking. It was, we lived for Friday nights. We got blackout drunk on Friday night. And that's all I looked forward to all week long. But like I said, hard drugs came into the picture. The Oxycontins were becoming big, although back then it really didn't touch me. I tried cocaine, I tried ecstasy, and things like that. And I loved all of it. But I was young, weren't as accessible back then, thank God. And I made it through high school as a relatively normal kid, not in any trouble. The only little bit of trouble that I got in was just little mischievous things. And then I went to college. And college pretty much unleashed the beast in me when it comes to drinking and drugging. Started getting in trouble, and when I got to college, I showed up there with a bunch of beers, a bunch of hard liquor, and a bunch of drugs, because it was now party time. I was out of mom and dad's house, and now I could do whatever I wanted. I used to joke that I went to school to major in partying and minor in lacrosse, because I was going there to play lacrosse. And by the end of my sophomore year of college, I wasn't even allowed on campus. So it progresses. Like I said, young kid, obsessing over pot, trying more drugs in high school, and then in college, I'm starting to face repercussions from my partying. So somewhere along the lines in college, I developed a daily cocaine habit. I was smoking pot like most people smoke cigarettes. And I was starting to get arrested. My behavior was becoming very irrational and erratic, and things started going south. I barely made it out of that school. But somehow I did, and everything on the surface was okay. But deep down, within me, there was a monster brewing. I got home, I started my career, and I ended up, one thing led to another, and I ended up starting to dabble in Percocet. And like I said, I had tried the OxyContin back in the day. Wasn't really my thing. But this time, that Percocet did something to me that words cannot explain. At first, it was every once in a while. It was maybe one a day, not even a half a day, one a day maybe. And within 6 months, I was doing a 15, 20 Percocet milligram, 30 milligrams a day.